Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am your host, Moist Wheatus, for the evening. I am joined by the lovely Swing Time. Swing Time, hello.
Hello, Venus. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
No, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. We have an exciting match between Baby Makers and Soak Every Lane. This is Division A West. This should be a pretty exciting game, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I was, we were both looking at these teams ahead of time, and I think we've got some exciting stuff ahead of us.
Absolutely. We are just trying to get one last member filled in here for Soak Every Lane, but till that happens, I'm going to pull up the rosters of both these teams right now. So for the Baby Makers, we have Lawlins, who plays a lot of Greymane, some Tychus, Amy Wan Kenobi playing some Gul'dan, some KTZ, some Jaina, D-Shoes playing the Sonya, the Blaze, the Dahaka, and Slowbo Laggins playing the ETC, the Murd, and the Johanna, and some Heelys coming out from Stony on the Deckard Cain and the Alex Straza.
Nice. All right. So for Soak Every Lane, I'm only going to know about a few players right now because they do have a sub and we're waiting on their fifth person. But we can talk about Philip K, who is their tank player. It looks like he plays some ETC, some Johanna, and also some Garrosh. And then we've got, it's going to be really hard not to call this person Damn 13, DMN 13. Looks like they're range assassin. We've got Jaina and Rainer and Phoenix coming out there. And then finally, Tornado, the captain, plays a Hanzo and a Zippo Rainer. So, and plus it seems like this team plays a pretty wide variety of heroes. So who knows what we're going to see tonight, Venus?
Yeah, absolutely. And there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of crossover, maybe sharing the Alex Straza, maybe sharing a little bit of the Jaina, but maybe a little Johanna. But for most part, they have some different sets that they play, so this should be pretty interesting.
Definitely.
These stats might be outdated just a touch. This is as far as 8.28, I think, is the last update. So if some of these stats are out of date, I apologize. But let's move on to the stats page real quick. I'm just gonna go over just a few things. So we have a 33% win rate right now, held by Baby Makers, 50% by Soak Every Lane. KDA, slight advantage to Baby Makers. The hero pool is, it's pretty close, but with only 4 games played, Swing, I believe you brought up that Soak Every Lane has a larger hero pool with less games played.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think when I say I'm not sure exactly what we're going to see, because they've played 16 heroes across the 4 games that are recorded here that we have stats on. So it's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. Average time to 10, also slight advantage to Baby Makers, and a slight advantage time to 20 as well. But, every game is different. It doesn't matter what the stats say. It matters how the game is played. All right.
True.
All right, so we are back here. Let's check in on our teams. Looks like we're still looking for one more member to log in for Soak Every Lane. Let me just see if we can get an ETA on that.
Yeah.
I know you guys are ready to see these teams ready to rock and roll, so hopefully we'll get our 5th here quickly, but I'll just double check.
I guess we could let everybody know the maps that were banned, just in case anybody's wondering while we're waiting.
Yeah.
So we did have Cursed Hollow banned by Soak Every Lane, and Shrines was banned by Baby Makers.
The first map that we are going to is going to be BOE, and this was picked by Soak Every Lane. Map number 2 will be Braxis, chosen by Baby Makers.
Yeah, I'm excited for both of these maps. I think that BOE is really fun. It's a kind of different style of map where you've got the fighting in the middle. Really interesting and fun setup. And then Braxis, of course, another 2-lane map. Both these are going to be 2-lane maps, which is kind of interesting.
Okay, we might have a little bit of a birthday issue. I'm just catching up on chat now, and it is somebody's birthday. I suppose.
I think it's somebody's mom's birthday.
Okay.
And they need to sing happy birthday.
All right. Well, a very happy birthday. We'll sing a happy birthday right now. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We're glad you had a birthday so we can chicken too. Woo! All right. Well, there was that.
Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday from Venus and Swing to you.
Oh. Ow. Well played. All right.
So what is it about you and I, Venus, that we always have to stretch?
Stretch some games.
We always have to stretch the stream because there's always some issue that keeps our game from starting on time.
Oh, well, you know, it happens. Life happens. I believe, is it 15 minutes? That's the cutoff?
Yes, 15 minutes is the rule.
All right.
I can totally sympathize with the player, though. I mean, I know it wouldn't fly with my mom if I were like, sorry, Mom, but, you know, I'm going to go cast Arrows of the Storm game. I'm going to miss your birthday.
Right, exactly. So, all right.
Definitely want to keep Mom happy.
Oh, yeah. Mom is number one. Yeah, Dad, like, sometimes you can get a little bit of leeway with Dad. And he'll be like, all right, yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah. You know, I understand. I get it. We'll go do something later. But Mom, she will hold on to that for a while.
And she gives you that look, right? The I birthed you look.
Right. The you came out of you know where.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's not always
you
like.
Owe me this.
It's more than just the I gave birth to you. It's the I gave birth to you, and then here's the exact number of hours that it took.
And minutes.
For 12 hours, 16 minutes, and 45 seconds. That must, like, for those moms who just have like the slip and slide births, which is a term that I regret using now. When they're like, just like it took like 45 minutes, or like it happened on the way to the hospital. They can't be like, I was in labor with you for 44 minutes, and then you're just like, wow,
Yeah,
what
but
a
they can say how
sacrifice.
you ruined their upholstery in their car.
Oh, okay. I thought you were using an analogy as calling the mom some kind of a vehicle.
No.
And I was like, let's see where this goes.
Nope. I'm just trying to stay aboard the Venus locomotive here, people.
Choo choo! Chugga 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 chugga. I need to add a sound effect for a train.
I like it.
Oh God!
But I don't have it yet. But I do have some sweet jazz. Which you
But
can't.
somehow it's not quite the same, but
You
okay.
can't hear it, but I'm playing it. I also found this really weird moist sound clip.
Let's hear. Can we hear that?
Moist.
All right, well that played, but all right. Looks like we do have a fifth now. Is Kid all good on the roster as well?
Let me take a look just to make sure.
Let's see.
I do not see that person on the roster.
Okay.
So sorry, folks. Give us just a moment. Make sure everything is good there. We do, as casters, just in case people didn't know, we do check the rosters for both the teams that we're casting and just make sure that we see them on the official NGS roster. And it's kind of our duty, I guess. And don't make a duty joke, Venus.
It's our huge duty. It's a huge
It's kind of
duty.
our duty just to make sure that, we bring that up to the teams and make sure that if there is, some kind of sub situation that the captains are both agreed, and the other team is okay with it. So we're just going to double check that just to make sure.
Yeah, so far not hearing back from the teams, but I swear something will happen eventually.
We are going to get 2 amazing games in for sure. We are here no matter how long it takes, right, Venus?
Oh my goodness.
We will not stop streaming until these 2 games
Okay.
played.
Tornado says that Kid is not on the roster because they accidentally removed him and they're adding him back. Let me just confirm that that's what happened. someone was removed August 27th at 1:25 p.m. But their name is IMKJW. So... All right, well.
Who's this person? We're having all kinds of fun here.
Oh my goodness. Well,
now we have extra people.
See you, Shun Trip. Unless you're filling in for somebody. Okay.
So out there in Twitch chat, for those of you who are hanging out with us, who are you guys rooting for? You know, are you for one team or the other? Or are you just kind of here to watch just some NGS action in general? We would love to hear from you.
Yeah, we need some company. Twitch chat for sure.
Basically, say something, and we'll totally react to you. Of course, that's going to take 2 minutes to get to them.
All right. So, okay. So they've changed their name.
Oh, okay.
So this is a new battle tag then?
To all you teams out there who may be watching this, or maybe the VOD later, it is very helpful if you have situations where people aren't actually listed on your official NGS roster. If you could just maybe give a heads up ahead of time, or you know, that type of thing, because it does take time to get everything figured out. But the good news is we're really not wasting any time, because I believe there are some mom birthday candles being blown out.
Exactly.
At the moment,
it might
anyway.
might just be pulling in random people that they can find to lay it for the birthday cake. Okay, but we are ready once this is all sorted out. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think that means birthday is taken care of?
I think so. I'm just gonna make sure that since this person also isn't on the roster, hasn't been added back, just gotta make sure that it's approved as well by Lawlins.
Yep. Well done, well done. Handling the administrative red tape per se. Oh, we've got a chatter, Weenus. Bailey's Nick Yider.
All right, let's see some action.
All right, let's see some action. And we couldn't agree with you more, sir or ma'am. We want to see some action too. And we are just about ready to get rolling.
All right, well, they're ready to. Everyone's ready to roll it then. So let's just do it. I have a question for chat, guys. It looks like to me that I'm lagging a little bit with my video. If you guys can confirm or deny that that's happening on your end, that would be much appreciated. But I think we're ready to get going. We're ready to knock this out. Both teams are ready.
Ragnarok says, I root for Weenus.
Aww. All right, here we go. Starting the game.
Woo! Let's do it.
Whew, I'm ready.
So ready.
Weenus versus Swing Time 1v1. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
All right. I'm in.
Well, we do play each other in fantasy football so we are going to 1v1, as a matter of fact.
This is true. Truth be told. All right. So we are going to BOE first, which gives Baby Makers the first ban, first pick. Solo 1675 says we all root for Weenus. I appreciate that. That's very nice.
Cat Peach rating with a party of 14.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't even talk. I'm so excited.
Double Dan, hello.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. All right, so the first ban comes out from Baby Makers, and it is the Genji. Apparently, he needs more than healing. He needs banning, and he was banned. Can we get a Hanzo ban and make this a double Shamada?
I don't think we're gonna get a Hanzo ban, because I think that Soak Every Lane may be wanting to pick Hanzo.
Absolutely. I can dig it. All right, so Diablo ban is what comes out from Soak Every Lane.
Yeah, I mean, they might be going for a tank choke here. I
Rainer.
think that it looks like the tanks that baby makers seem to prefer are Muradin and Muradin.
Muradin and Muradin, the all-powerful Muradin. Yeah, Muradin is pretty strong right now. I see a lot of teams
Not that they've
picking
played
him
him a lot. I think they've just played a wide variety of tanks. They've just played that one a couple of times.
Well, unfortunately, lag is confirmed, and we do get the second Shimada ban. So I'm not sure exactly how we can fix this lag situation. I have pretty much everything else closed up, so I guess we'll just have to go with what we have for now, and hopefully it won't be too bad. Maybe we'll do a quick restart between games for game 2.
Sounds good. So we've got a first pick white main for baby maker.
All right. White main, very strong right now. I would say a step behind Deckard in as far as popularity. But on this map, who knows? Maybe better. Artanis and Cassia picked up. I really do like Artanis on Battlefield of Eternity with amateur opponent getting that extra shred. It's good stuff.
It's kind of interesting that they're picking Cassia so early when we're not really seeing any auto attackers or anything yet on the side of baby makers. I mean, maybe that's just their way of trying to scare them off of picking some of those heroes, like maybe the gray main, that type of thing. We'll see what happens.
Sonya, Johanna, absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that could be the case here. Sonya and Johanna picked up. Get those warriors activating. Somehow I just activated Siri on my phone by saying Sonya and Johanna somehow.
That's funny.
Baby makers are locking in their warriors, so... Yeah,
I kind of wonder if that Johanna pick was more of a deny pick so that, you know, Soak Every Lane wasn't also able to get the Johanna, you know, who works really well with Cassia and all those blinds.
Oh, absolutely. Johanna and Cassia together can be such a deadly combo. You want to try to avoid that if at all possible. No support yet. Are they going to ban the Deckard Cain?
Asmo. Okay.
All right. So, what healer do you think they're going to pick up? Deckard Cain or?
They could also go into a Stukov.
Yeah?
Stukov? Possibly. Or even a Rhaegar.
Quite possible. And
or a Lily for more blinds, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Jaina picked up very strong, and there's the Deckard. Stay a while.
Jaina and Deckard, a nice combination. You know, the roots from Deckard can help Jaina really land more waves of her blizzard.
Absolutely. So we're looking for maybe a little bit more little shred options here for baby makers. What makes sense here?
Greymane, maybe, unless they're concerned about the blinds. Oh.
And Tychus. Yep.
Okay.
Sylvanas and Tychus.
Sylvanas.
So, interesting. So a lot of split push opportunities for a Sylvanas going in there, and then having Tychus, you know, to be able to do double duty on whatever their main tank's going to be picked here, which is going to be what, Muradin?
They played ETC quite a couple times actually. It could be an ETC, could be
okay.
a Muradin for sure.
You take ETC, I'll take Muradin.
Okay, ETC.
Oh, Muradin! It's Muradin!
Muradin wins.
I'll take it. All right, so here's our teams.
This is really interesting. So it looks to me like Soak Every Lane might like sit the Artanis, you know, who can do so much damage to the Immortal. They might sit him on attacking the Immortal while they go defend. And then we've got this wild card here with the Sylvanas, who, if Baby Makers wins the Punisher, I mean, she can make that a very, very powerful objective for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you get a kill and then the other team has to back off. Well, you don't need your whole team there anymore. You can send Sylvanas to go soak up all that extra yummy goodness in another lane. You know, in the first Immortal is good to get, but it's not the end of the game. But if it it lets you get a lead, then it just starts a snowballing opportunity for the team that gets the first one. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, you know, if Sylvanas is able to push with the Punisher, it's able to help them get a lot more value.
Speaking of Bow Chicka Bow Wow.
Oh, wow.
Bow, bow.
Jason, Sonia Johanna, activate! Siri, for the last time, my name is Siri, bitch.
I love it. Welcome, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
All right, here we go. Baby makers are on blue side, and we have Stony playing the white main. We have Slobo Laggins playing the, I believe that's, what we got there? Snoo Skin. Is that the Johanna? Yeah, that's the Johanna. We have Amy One Kenobi playing the Sylvanas. We have, whoop, zoomed in too much, Sanch playing on the Tychus. And in the top lane, we have Lolans playing on the Sonya.
And for the red team, soak every lane. We've got Tornado on the Deckard, DMN13 on Jaina, Darling Pinky playing Cassia, Philip K on Muradin, and Kid on Artanis.
All right, so we're going to see 5-man right away from Soak Every Lane go into the bottom lane. It seems like they want to be soaking every lane since that is their name, though, so they do send Artanis top to deal with Sonya.
And I think that's really brilliant. It reminds your team not to forget about the soak so you don't fall behind in experience and just name your team at it, you know?
Absolutely. So we get a little bit of a skirmish in the bottom lane. Nothing too insane here, but a lot of damage going out onto Cassian. It's got to back out. It's getting chased by Johanna. Will make it back out. Be able to back out safely. Sonya Johanna activate. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Crack me up, Jason. Going in on the Tychus. Takes a lot of damage. Does get hit by the Deckard stun, but
yeah, Cassia getting punished for diving in, trying to get, you know, some extra damage out. So she does have to kind of get close up and personal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Double Dam says these are cool comps, and I agree. They are kind of fun. They're a little bit different, and I like it. Let's see. In the top lane, doesn't look like there's a whole lot happening up here. It looks like Artanis is winning the lane up there slightly, but no major developments.
Artanis going the amateur opponent talent, so his twin blades will deal 150% bonus damage to non-heroes, and that equates to a lot of shred on the immortal.
Oh, you gotta. Yeah, you want to get that just to increase your shred. Good offlaner until the time comes, and then hopping on when that time does arise. Darling Pinky's backing up a little bit. Decker King gets the root. Oh! So Jaina went ahead and hearthed back to base. She's back on her way down bottom. Let's check in the top lane. Still no real structure damage up here, but we might see the Baby Makers consider taking this camp at some point. The camp is going to be started to be worked on. It's Bruiser camp by Soak Every Lane, so they're going to start on that. It's good timing. The Immortals are going to spawn in 22 seconds. So Baby Makers decide that they want to go to their Bruiser camp as well.
Yeah, so both teams want to get those Bruiser camps pushing in the opposite lanes while the teams fight in the middle, hoping to get some value out of those Merc camps.
And Sylvanas grabbing this bottom siege camp as well. Going to be a little bit, it's going to take a little bit after the Immortals spawn. There it is, immediately. Soak Every Lane. It's jumping on their Immortal, getting their damage in, and they're getting quite a lead here on their way to halftime.
Yeah, I like how quickly they, like you said, they jumped right on it, and look how quick we've already mowed time.
Absolutely. So, big advantage to Soak Every Lane here.
So we've got Muradin peeling down to the bottom lane, trying to deal with the Mercs down there.
And there it is. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. So
Soak Every Lane.
Punisher going to Soak Every Lane.
That Immortal is going to walk his way down bottom. Let's see what kind of push Soak Every Lane decides to push with him as. Was that even a sentence? It was close.
I think I know what you meant. So it's
Well, you're ahead of most people then.
I'm gonna use cool too, even though Embers here says cool isn't the word I would use. Double.
Well, what word would you use, Ember? Let's hear.
Yeah, give us a word. I'm interested.
Host Malone is playing Whitemane, says Vili's Nick Yeater. That's hard to say. Immortal does go down. Gets the whole bottom fort wall. A little bit of damage on that bottom fort.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much, the norm.
Yep. Jaina's got about 3,800 for her Frostbite quest. Needs to hit 15k there. Let's see if there's anything else really stacking here. Thunderstroke from Cassia, 25 of 40. Tychus is going top to possibly get a gank on... No, it doesn't look like a gank. Maybe just a soak maneuver so that Sonya can take this camp. I'm not sure exactly what Tychus... Alright, we have a pause. Oh, we should get a pause here because Murden has DC'd. Unless he's back already. Nope, I think they're playing with AI Murden. Yep, I can see his name, and it is in fact Murden. Well.
Ooh, we've got a kill onto Artanis up in the top.
I missed it. I was too distracted by AI Murden.
You were just fascinated by how he played.
Oh my goodness! And then I missed Murden going down bottom. Unfortunate.
That's okay. It was only AI Murden. So
yeah. We'll see. Hopefully Murden reconnects soon, or the teams decide that they want to pause. So we'll see if that happens. The next Immortal will be up in 14 seconds. Murden is now back online.
Well, that's good.
Well, I mean, he's back alive. I don't know if he's actually
Oh.
returned. No, he still has not returned yet, so...
We've got Baby Makers working on the Immortal here, trying to push halftime.
Johanna coming in, trying to cause some trouble in the bottom Immortal. It's about
dead even, yeah.
Yeah. Soak every lane, says Jason, all two of them. AI Murden decides to back off a little bit, but Darling Pinky is taking a lot of damage. And now, there goes Deckard. Deckard does get taken down there.
Oh, Darling Pinky diving back in on Cassia.
Hungry for it, diving back in, but gets turned on, and there goes Cassia.
Yeah, Jaina doesn't have a lot of mana, and again, we have this AI Murd, and I'm kind of surprised we don't have a pause.
Yeah, at this...
Soak every lane.
Absolutely. Oh, and Kid almost gets all that shred on that Immortal, but just not quite enough. And the Immortal number 2 is going to go to Baby Makers. And we'll be pushing top. Both teams kind of setting up there. AI Murden roaming the bottom.
AI Murden, go with your team, buddy. Go with your team.
Might have to get some pings on that Murden AI. Right now, they're using AI Murden to soak every lane.
Hey, at least they're keeping up their soak. You know, their namesake.
Absolutely.
Baby Maker's pushing in on the top fort here.
It's going to be close if it goes down, but at the same time, Baby Makers is pushing in onto soak every lane.
Ooh, we've got a Murden sighting.
Oh, he's mind controlled.
Oh no!
First he's computer controlled, then he's mind controlled.
Oh man.
And that fort does go down.
They may get this whole front wall here. We'll see how far they're gonna push this.
Let's see if they overstay their welcome.
They do have Odin popped.
Oh yeah, let's go over those ultimates real quick. I got this AI Murden. This is so fascinating. I'm missing everything else. All right, so we have Wrath of the Berserker for Sonya. We have Mind Control for Sylvanas. We have Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane. Blessed Shield from Johanna, and Commandeer Odin for Tychus.
Also got Heroics starting to come in for Soak every lane. And I just gotta say, I've got to say that we've got Tornado taking Lornado on the Deckard.
Oh my goodness, I'm not calling that. I can't. Oh,
Is that perfect or what?
speaking of, Tornado finds Sonya. Ooh, they're kind of split here, and it's Slowbo Laggins who is separated from the rest of the group. Here comes Ring. Doesn't hit anything. There goes Lornado.
Oh.
Bouncing around, getting very low. There goes Cassia. Deckard Cain is going to be running, but he's mind controlled. He's running the wrong direction, and he goes down as well. Run, Jaina, run!
AI Muradin is out of here.
Yeah, AI Muradin says he's out. There goes Jaina as well. We have a 13 to 10 talent tier advantage, favoring Baby Makers at this point. Tychus pushing up top with what's left with that that camp up there. Oh, Muradin is attempting to rejoin the game. That's good news. Chat is also a little bit puzzled as to why there was no pause, but it's all good.
All right. The other heroic abilities. Of course, we saw the Ring of Frost already. It's Ball Lightning for Cassia, Avatar for AI Muradin, and Suppression Pulse for Artemis.
I kind of want to change my my battle tag to AI Muradin. All right, so a huge advantage going to Baby Makers on this first half of this immortal fight. We're going to see a defense by Soak Every Lane. Ring goes down. Lornado was used.
Tychus separated.
Cassia's in trouble as well. There goes Odin. Odin is popped. Lightning Ball comes out.
Oh, huge damage. Slowbo logins on Johanna, getting very low. Has no mana either.
Oh my goodness, everyone is so low, and the entire time... Oh, there's Mind Control onto Cassia, and Cassia does fall. Deckard in the back lane, getting dove by Sonya. Artanis taking a lot of damage, does get blown up. Muradin has returned. What does he come back to?
Oh,
he
nothing good.
Comes back to death, as well as Jaina getting taken down. There's a defensive Lornado that really doesn't quite connect with anything, but it does ensure that Tornado does escape with his life.
Yeah, at least he can help start cleaning up these mercs in the bottom lane. You know, I'm really glad to see that Soak Every Lane has their player back.
Absolutely, but what a nightmare! Like, first of all, you DC and you don't want to ever see that, and that's rough. And then when you come back and you're running for your life, that's got to be terrifying.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you're disoriented, you know.
Absolutely. All right, 14 to 11 here. Jaina's got 11,500 towards her Frostbite quest.
We've got a huge shield on this immortal here. I think I called it the Punisher earlier, and that was not correct. Wrong map.
You know, the big tall guy objective thing that hits everything. It's all right. It's all good. All right, so the Punisher. Oh, now you got me. Now you got me doing it. The immortal is pushing in.
Darling Pinky on Cassia is blinded herself.
Philip K is taking a lot of damage, just backing up, popping Avatar. Lightning Ball coming out. There goes the keep. Oh, but Sonya takes too much damage and does go
Odin's
down.
popped. Everybody on Soak Every Lane is so low.
And
there goes Kid.
Artanis and Jaina. Muradin is running now. And this Immortal still has 50% health left. Well, it's dropping fast, but they are seeing if they can end this game. Will Baby Makers get game one?
A desperate defense by Soak Every Lane.
Philip K jumps in, but Muradin's taking too much damage and does get blown up. Darling Pinky is probably next. Oh, no, it's Deckard. And there goes Cassia. And this will be the end of game one. Going to Baby Makers.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what to say right now.
Oh my goodness. So many people in chat are saying they're sending their energy. Well, maybe not everybody, but Ember's here says, Murabot, take my energy.
Oh, that's so
Murabot, 1v5 them all. Murabot will need his own NGS stats page.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right, so let's take a look at these stats real quick. So Interesting. That Sylvanas pick seemed to pay off. You got the most hero damage and the most siege damage for baby makers from the Sylvanas.
Yeah.
18 to 1, pretty high kill advantage. It's always, it's always rough for a DC, and playing with an AI it really just does put you at a disadvantage. So that's unfortunate. Sometimes it happens. Luckily, we have a game 2. Hopefully, everyone will stay connected and we won't have an issue.
Right. And I'm also thinking, now that I think about it, because we did start a bit late, that did take some of Soak Every Lane's time that they're, they can pause and stuff. Because you only have a total of...
Oh. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure why we didn't have a pause there. So I don't know what to say other than, AI Muradin, or Murabot, as the chat so affectionately is referring to him, did the best he could,
Murabot 2018.
Yeah. So the good news for Soak Every Lane is that we have a game 2.
We do have a game 2.
Everything sorted out and come back and try to get a split. No harm, no foul, right?
Absolutely. Let's see. Just looking a little bit at Soak Every Lane, we got Cassia pulling out a lot of hero damage at 53.5k, 64k siege damage, highest in the game. 48k heals from Whitemane, 35k heals from Deckard with that Tornado Lornado.
See, isn't it fun to say?
It is. It really is. Okay. Back to us just for a second. All right. So, that reminds me. Every time I see the scoreboard and it's not set, it's a good reminder of I should set the scores to what it should be. All right, baby makers.
It's one of the easiest things to forget.
It totally is. This is Division A West. Vincent Vladimir.
That sounded right. That looks right to me.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to get started and starting the lobby for game 2. We will be going to Braxis. This is Baby Maker's Picks. We will be right back. Stay fresh, everybody. We'll be right back.
By the way, if you're holding on for a Frozen reference, just let it go. Oh no, what have I done?
Today, I'm Uther the Painbringer.
Blondes may have more fun, but redheads are more fun.
100% pure bull, baby.
Not enough hatred. Just kidding. I hate you a bunch right now.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking with it, staying in chat. We are going to Braxis next. Thank you for letting everybody know. Early swing. Gosh.
I just wanted to start building the hype.
That's right. All right, so hopefully we won't have another disconnect this game, and we won't have any AIs. As fun as it is to look at them, we are going to Braxis. Let's see if Soak Every Lane can get a draw here, or if it's going to be a 2-0 by Babymakers.
I think they can. I think they're fired up now, and they're ready to bring it.
Absolutely. All right, everyone is ready. So here we go. Braxis Holdout!
All right.
I'm so uppity! I just created this robot out of spare parts! Sorry, I like the announcer for Braxis.
It is very fun.
Solo1675 says WTF. Probably referring to my Be Right Back screen. Not gonna lie, it is a little,
I'm gonna refrain from making my usual utter joke.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll just pretend.
Okay.
Alright, so this is Babymaker's map. So first hero ban pick is going to be by Soak Every Lane. They banned Diablo. Genji's banned again by Babymakers. They really don't want to play against Genji. Could be a target ban.
Yeah, especially on this map too. This is a great map for Genji because he could move between the lanes really quickly and create numbers advantages in team fights.
Yeah, that jerk just hops over all the walls.
It's totally not fair.
White main is banned this game. There will be no white main, unfortunately.
Watch him ban Muradin.
Well, I mean, Ember's here in the chat says bring back Murabot.
Oh.
Azmodan ban. Double Dom says go teams. All right, so our first real pick, not a ban. Real bans are real too, but Yrel is picked up. Ooh, that's a cool skin. I like it.
Love
Yeah.
Yrel.
So almost as annoying as Genji jumping over everything is Yrel, who can fly through the air quite often.
And when you try to damage her, she just absorbs.
Deckard Cain and Gul'dan picked up. Interesting. I like Gul'dan for all the wave clear he has. He's a little bit you have to be careful with Gul'dan though. He is a little bit slow, so you gotta protect him, keep him safe. Is he secret?
Tornado,
Is he
Lord
safe?
NATO this game.
This is true.
Unfortunately.
Raynor picked up with maybe a Jaina?
That would
Nope.
be a nice combo. It still could happen.
Stukov picked up and grabbed. Also has a lot of good wave clear.
Yeah, so Stukov and Deckard, the two healers we're seeing here are great for, fighting on the points because Deckard could, drop his scroll there and root everybody. And then, of course, you've got the Stukov silence right under the control point, which could be very annoying.
Absolutely. Jaina banned. All right, so there will be no Jaina Raynor combo, which makes sense. Babymakers have already picked up a mage. Maybe they don't want to play two.
Yeah, Jaina really strong, and like you were mentioning with Raynor going ace in the hole, even though it got nerfed, I mean, it still is free extra damage for him, attacking all those slow targets that would result from Jaina.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Smart play. All right, target ban Malthael taken away as an offlaner option for Babymakers. Maybe we'll see a Blaze. Maybe we'll see... Oh, Muradin has returned!
Ah, we did get Muradin and Hanzo. That one kind of surprises me a little bit.
I can barely Hanzo this.
Oh, wow.
Handle this Hanzo. That's hard
that
to
was
say.
a stretch even for you.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
That's okay though. That's okay. So what do we need here? We need a tank.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
need,
have Uriel maybe in the off lane, so maybe some kind of
Yeah.
hard tank here. The Johanna. Oh, the ETC.
There's that ETC that we have seen, and we're gonna get the Cassia again.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Always wonder if ETC is probably gonna go. Let's see. What kind of interrupts we have? Fear as an interrupt. We have a Muradin stun. Do you think ETC is gonna go Mosh Pit?
I do.
Sonya picked up by Baby Makers.
So it's gonna be Sonya versus Uriel, most likely.
Interesting.
So in the top lane.
Yeah, and then that would put these other 4 in the bottom. Which draft do you like more?
I think I'm just ever so slightly favoring Baby Makers. I just really like, the Deckard, and I'm envisioning that Gul'dan damage, going across the control points in the team fights, and plus lots of clear.
That Gul'dan damage.
That Gul'dan damage.
It'll get you every time. All right. I do love.
What about you?
I think it depends on if we have Muradin, AI Muradin, or if we have controlled Muradin. Muradin has switched teams, so if he's now affiliated with Baby Makers and not Soak Every Lane, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference. But we're going to find out. Here we go. This is game number 2 between Baby Makers and Soak Every Lane. On Baby Makers, we have Slobo Laggins playing the Muradin. We have Stony playing the Deckard Cain. We have Amy Wan Kenobi playing the Gul'dan. We have Sanch playing the Hanzo. And we have Lawlins playing the Sonya.
All right. And on the side of Soak Every Lane, which is your red team, we've got Tornado playing the Rainer this time. We've got DMN13 on the Stukov, so we got a role swap there. Darling Pinky on the Cassia once again. Kid on the Uriel, and Philip K will be ETC this time.
All right, let's get into it. Ooh, a slide by ETC right away, trying to catch out members of Baby Makers, but doesn't quite catch anything. Gul'dan will be going Echoed Corruption. 1 stack so far.
All right, well, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yep, ace in the hole, picked up by Rainer. ETC going to be looking for those globes with Prague Rock.
And of course, we've got the simple geometry for Hanzo. I think that's pretty expected, looking for that Zerg wave clear, and also great at picking up Merc camps.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do. All right, so we are getting quite low on Cassia. It's going to back up a little bit. ETC is in the thick of it with Baby Makers. It's backing off just a little bit now. The beacons will be active in 13 seconds.
Yeah, so we saw a Tornado there on the Rainer really focusing hard on that Muradin and kind of pushing him back. I wonder if that's a strategy that Soak Every Lane is trying to kind of force that front line, out, so that it opens up maybe some kills for them on that back line.
Yeah, possibly. Instead of going too deep, just get the shots you can take up front, which will be on the Muradin. But they do hold the bottom. The Soak Every Lane is holding on to the bottom lane. And the top lane, it is a struggle. And it looks like it's going to go to Sonya on the Baby Makers. It's going to be able to hold that down with that direct matchup of offlaners.
Yeah, and we might see that power kind of shift as we, get different talents and move up in levels.
ETC diving in on that Gul'dan, separating from the group and blowing him up.
All right, so that solidifies control of the bottom lane for Soak Every Lane.
Yeah, Uriel Uriel comes back into top lane to fight with Sonya to possibly get this top beacon as well, but that's just going to be a bunch of punches, slaps back and forth. That's probably going to go on for a while. Murden trying to sneak in to take this bottom beacon. Looking for an entry point.
Yeah, Uriel is going to take the point. I mean, I think it's a little more difficult for Sonya. You know, she has so much sustain, but fighting on that point, there aren't any minions for her to spin on, you know, like on the point.
Absolutely.
So that gives Uriel a tiny bit of an edge there.
Hanzo taking a lot of damage, being able to jump away at the last minute, though. Gul'dan getting a good life suck on ETC. Murden's holding down the point pretty well. Doing some good zoning. Gonna grab this glow bottom for soak every lane, and now it looks like they're looking for a way to get back in.
Oh, going in hard onto Hanzo. Hanzo drops.
So much damage. Just couldn't quite make it out. So this should be able to give the bottom beacon to soak every lane. Their 4v3 advantage. XP is, there's not too much of a difference right now. Slight lead going to soak every lane. They do have two kills, 2 to none. Cassia doing some good scouting on that vent there. Both beacons now controlled by soak every lane, and the Zerg keep ticking.
Murden trying to move in on that bottom point, but is going to have to jump out.
These confrontations do take a lot longer to get the Zerg wave actually pushed through, now that all you have to do is stand to contest on these points.
Just an epic battle going on up top between Uriel and Sonya.
Absolutely, but Gul'dan once again drops too low, gets picked off, and it's now a 4v3. Murden taking a lot of damage, can't make it out, goes down. Hanzo now taking a lot of damage, as well as Decker Kane do make it back behind the gate. Sonya claiming the top beacon. And it continues between Uriel and Sonya up top.
Yeah, so let's take a look at some of these stacking quests and see where we're at. So we're up to 27 on the Echo Corruption for Gul'dan. We've got 14 stacks on Simple Geometry for Hanzo. And 34 of 40 stacks on Thunderstroke for Cassia.
90%. 96%, almost there. 100 to 0% Zerg wave for soak every lane. There will still be Zerg marching for baby makers, just not as many.
Oh, so many Zerg headed right for us. Stop them! Stop them at once!
4-man push with soak every lane pushing with their Zerg.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to, you know, if they can get a fort, they would love that here. Let's see.
Quest complete by Hanzo. And by Cassia.
Yeah, Prog Rock also completed by ETC.
Baby Maker Zerg is almost defeated. Still pushing in, chasing in on the Hanzo. Excuse me. Hanzo does go down. This will pretty much confirm this bottom fort for soak every lane.
Ooh,
Oh.
Tornado.
Taking a lot of tower shots.
Yeah, that was definitely the terror shots. Philip getting really low on ETC.
Oh my goodness. Gul'dan getting healed up at the last second there. That was close.
That was a really nice follow-up silence from ZMN13 on Stukov for going together with that power slide. That was really nice.
Absolutely. Yep, very good synergy. Alright, Sonya's just holding her own up here. So she doesn't want to get involved too much, which is good because there's a potential gank happening here.
So we've got a pretty big experience advantage right now for Soak Every Lane. They're up a full level.
Yep, getting that bottom fort I think was really helpful to them. That's 5-1 versus kills. And it looks like they're just switching their 4-man and their solo laner now that that fort is gone. So
Ooh, Sonya in trouble in the top. She is going to escape.
Double Dam says it's a girl fight between Uriel and Sonya. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sonya goes back bottom just to kind of even things out, but who knows? Maybe they'll try to defend.
Soak Every Lane going in hard. We've got a huge fend onto Sonya.
Sonya does go down.
Finishes her.
And 10s come out for Soak Every Lane, and they're starting to be used. We've got Hyperion from from Raynor. We have massive shove from Stukov. Ball lightning from Cassia, which we just saw there. Sacred Ground from Uriel. And Mosh Pit. We got the Mosh Pit from ETC.
All right. Love that
ETC
mosh
going
pit.
in. Separating Hanzo. Hanzo jumping, leaping over the wall. Hyperion is popped, as well as massive shove.
Great escape by Sanch on the Hanzo.
We do still have Mosh Pit available. But a good defense. A great defense by Baby Makers.
Meanwhile, we've got Soak Every Lane pushing in again. Oh, a huge, massive shove on the Murinen.
Wow. Gets a great push and gets pushed far.
Enables them to pick up the top fort as well.
Yep. Adding to the lead. It's 11-9. Well, almost 10. No heroics yet available for Baby Makers. Beacon's activating
They're
right
so
about
close.
now.
The beacons are active once again.
Bruiser Camp is going to be picked up by Soak Every Lane.
Ooh, Kid in big trouble getting yanked in the bottom lane. You're out.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Makes it out. Does have to pop Sacred Ground to stay alive. But that's about, that's about as best as you could do against 4 or 5 members all attacking you at once. And here we go. It is now a 5v5.
Fear looking for a mosh possibly here. Here it
Oh my
goes,
goodness.
right?
Perfect silence there as Hanzo does go down. Not able to leap away when you don't have access to your abilities. Both beacons are soaking for Soak Every Lane right now, and that Zerg pool is building.
We do have heroics now coming out for Baby Maker's Weenus. We do have a Wrath of the Berserker, Sonya. Stay a while and listen. Avatar, Horrify, and Dragon Strike for Hanzo.
Hyperion does go down as the Zerg wave is complete again for Soak Every Lane, but it is ETC who's in trouble and has to rotate to the back. Cassia taking a lot of damage. It's Baby Makers. They're advancing.
Oh,
Stay a
fun,
while.
man. Stay a while.
Huge play there.
Oh, the
Raynor
Hanzo
taking.
Dragons.
There goes Cassia, and there goes Raynor, and now Stukov. There's a lot of Zerg, though, top that need to be dealt with. And they are pushing on this top keep wall. Baby Makers will have to respond to this.
Definitely, but they took a lot of pressure off by getting those kills. Now they can, come on up here, clean up the Zerg, and they're not going to lose a keep.
Absolutely. Still down and winning that fight down a talent tier. Well played. Great defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's just about as good as you can get for a defense, right? I mean, that was brilliant.
Absolutely. This game is nowhere near from being over. Camps popping up. Boss up.
Philip K
ETC.
may be getting in trouble here on ETC.
He is surrounded and doesn't have the rest of his team quite with him yet. They are close, though.
Might be looking for a mosh.
Looking for a fight before Baby Makers hit 13. Soak Every Lane is going to take the siege camp instead. Take what they can get.
They've got almost a 2-level lead. Gang coming in on Sonya.
Oh, Sonya's taking a lot of damage, and Lawlins does drop. Another camp invade here. With that kill, Soak Every Lane should be able to take this camp pretty safely.
Yeah, that's always such a horrible feeling, right? When you're in the team that is down a talent tier or down a player when you can do nothing about the other team, like right there taking camp.
Absolutely. Sounds like we might have a little bit of lag, says Double Damn. Thank you for the 2 bits, Double Damn. I appreciate it. Bit lives matter.
We've got Soak Every Lane, just keeping the pressure up in that top lane.
And we do see Soak Every Lane is going to take the boss, keeping that pressure up in all lanes.
Ooh, here comes Slobo Loggins, though. Baby
Slobo!
Maker's nose. Oh, a beautiful massive shove.
There goes Hyperion. The boss is claimed. Arrow comes out. Stukov taking a lot of damage on the back end from that Murden. Murden gets the kill onto Stukov.
Oh wow, what a horrify by Gul'dan.
Very, very nice. Rainer's so low on the back end, but there goes Cassia. There goes ETC. Another fight won by Baby Makers.
Yeah, I mean they were on the same talent tier that time, so that definitely helped. But on the other hand, you know, that boss did go over to soak every lane. It's going to take, you know, a big chunk of this keep. Let's see if Baby Makers can kill off this boss before it takes the keep.
Absolutely. So once again, they win the team fight, but they have to go back and defend because they have so much pressure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard because they're not really being able to press an advantage quite yet, but we'll see what happens. Got more beacons coming out.
Absolutely. All right, so the siege camp is going to get picked up by Soak Every Lane. And they're going to keep painting the map red as best they can as they move on to this bruiser camp down here.
I mean, they're comfortable. They still have both their forts. You know, they're happy to just keep the lane pressure rolling.
Absolutely. The lane pressure momentum is in the favor of Soak Every Lane, but it seems like the team fights so far have been going for Baby Makers. But here's another one as it breaks out right now. A huge root from Deckard. Stay a while and listen. Hyperion comes out. There goes Dragon Arrow. Dragon Strike, my bad.
Wow, that was a really nice counter kill by Cassia.
ETC, Rainer, and Hanzo go down, and it's not going to be the end of it.
Darling Pinky on that Cassia, desperately trying to stay alive. The ult, hoping maybe pick up a kill there.
Lightning Ball does go out, does not get a kill, but then, once again, this is another team fight won by Baby Makers.
Yeah, I mean, they are winning these team fights. Look at the experience, Weenus.
Experience the weenus. I like it. Yes. They're both teams about to hit 16 now. They've made their way back. They actually now have more kills. They have claimed both of the beacons, but they do still have to worry about this bottom camp that's pushing. Because they do not have these forts. They have lost their top and their bottom fort, and they have about half damage on their, maybe 3/4 damage on their top keep.
Right, and that does make it a lot easier for Soak Every Lane to, you know, get on these beacons. They still have their forts and the safety of their towers to fall back on.
Outmatched here. Let's see if a fight breaks out. It's a 3v5. Now it's a 4v5. If I was Soak Every Lane, they might be looking for an opportunity to just rush that one keep and regain like a lot of that map momentum, but it would be a dangerous call. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, right now they look content to move together as a 5-man.
Gonna get some siege damage bottom, and it looks like Soak Every Lane they might go for it. They might go for that keep.
Yeah, they see Baby Makers down there committing to that bottom fort, and they're just gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna come up and try to finish off this keep."
This might be a trade of a fort for a keep here. And there goes that keep. That's gonna help Soak Every Lane continue to keep up their pressure that they've laid down. They are now actually a little bit behind in XP.
Setting up a bush party here.
Yeah, but let's see how this ambush goes. Maybe a mosh. Nope, here comes Hyperion, but there goes Hanzo. Hanzo gets blown up. Murden is jumping out.
Soak Every Lane just doing a great job of isolating Hanzo in these team fights.
Absolutely. This stream may be glitching apparently.
Oh no!
Blue bars apparently are coming in every now and then, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but you know, I'm definitely not doing it on purpose. Siege camp getting picked up by Soak Every Lane as they continue to soak both of the lanes and keep all the map pressure rocking and a-rolling.
ETC waiting for that one perfect, beautiful mosh.
Yep. And that mosh, you know, can win single-handedly win a game.
Oh, definitely.
Here we go. It's another ambush. Silence Murden can't get out. does get taken back to base.
That was a beautiful ambush, like you said, by Soak Every Lane there. They were just able to destroy Muradin, get him stunned out, and now again, Baby Makers is not in the best position. I mean, they don't have their tank for another 30 seconds, and that's going to allow Soak Every Lane to go jump on this boss again.
It's a boss call, and they have the beacon rolling. It's not going to get interrupted, so they're going to get a full beacon of Zerg, and I think they're going to be able to get this boss if they hurry. Sonya's coming down to scout it out. Doesn't want to go alone.
She's like, nope.
I'm out. Soak Every Lane gets the boss. All right, so Zerg and boss both in the bottom lane. This could be a push to win right here. 18 and a half minutes in, almost.
Has destroyed a fort.
Yeah, this is it. This is the fight for the game, I think.
ETC taking a lot of damage on the back line. Dragon Strike. Hyperion goes out. Stay a while and listen is popped.
On the Deckard is
Deckard's
really
so
low
alone. Does get smushed. And he goes down.
Has destroyed a fort.
Tornado on the... Tornado is very, very low on the back line. Trying to get some damage in on the Sonya, and the Sonya does go down.
We've got the boss, we've got some Zerg hitting the core, the shield is falling.
Jumping in on Muradin. Muradin taking so much damage. Muradin goes down, but Cassia is taking a lot of damage as well. The core's at 40, 30. There goes Cassia. It's 15%. 8, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. That is game number 2 going over to Soak Every Lane.
Wow. That's great. It's a great comeback by them, you know, after the Murabot incident.
Right, Murabot 2018. Oh my goodness. Let's look at the stats for a second here.
Gul'dan doing the work.
Absolutely, yeah. Just with all that AoE damage, just really putting in a lot of siege on the Zergy McZergertons. Also doing a lot of hero damage as well.
Yeah, I mean, and the kills were really even, actually.
Yeah, yep, very, very, very close. In fact, you know, Baby Makers was behind in kills, and then they caught up, and then they got ahead. Played very well in the mid to late game, coming back, winning some amazing team fights. This game was a lot of fun to watch. Let's see.
Did we have any moshes? I don't remember seeing any moshes at all.
You know, that's very interesting point. I don't remember seeing a whole lot of mosh action either.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, maybe the situation, you know how you have to kind of wait for that moment, you know, where you feel like you could really get in there and get a big group of people. Maybe Baby Makers just did a fantastic job of saying, you know, too spread out.
Could be, or it was just silence maybe every well, it wouldn't be silence. Let's see, do they have yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it could have been interrupted by Muradin.
I did see him get knocked back when it looked like he was power sliding in, so he might have been going ETC might have been going in for a mosh at that point and just kind of like got knocked back, and that kind of derailed it.
Yeah, there might have been some horrifies as well in there to interrupt. I'm not sure, but yeah, but they do get the game, so this is going to be a split. Let's see if we can get an interview real quick with Tornado.
By the way, well played by both teams.
Absolutely.
I mean, both of these games were very exciting and fun. I mean, the first one was a little more one-sided because we had, you know, the AI then. But this one was so hard fought by both teams.
Yes, absolutely. Good games all around. Thank you so much, Odd Thought, for the host. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
Aw.
Thanks, everybody, for who's stuck around in chat. Apparently, there's some blue bars action happening. I can't wait to see that later. All right, Swing, let's jump into a La Bear.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Tornado? Congratulations in game number 2.
Thank you, thank you.
That was a very exciting game.
Yeah, that one was really fun. The first one was exciting for us behind the scenes.
I can imagine. We were like, why aren't they pausing?
We have to. Yeah, we can't leave the elephant in the room. We have to discuss Muradin, AI Muradin.
Murabot.
Yeah,
Chat was calling
Murabot.
him Murabot.
Murabot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So apparently Murabot won like a professional game recently, so we figured, like maybe Murabot's totally OP and we'd try him out.
Well, what do you think?
Not impressed.
No. Okay. Gonna roll with a real human behind that Muradin.
Yeah.
There was a lot of support for Murabot in Twitch chat, by the way. Everyone was cheering Murabot on.
Hell yeah. Murabot just stayed bot too much by himself.
There'd be a team fight, and then Muradin would be like, "I'm out," and then you just start running away. It'd be like, Murabot, why would you leave them behind?
Sorry that happened to you guys, but it did end up being kind of fun to watch.
No, that's good. I'll be excited to go back and watch the game too. Yeah, I mean we've just had like some personnel issues recently, and we've 2-3 games in a row now. We've just been like, oh my gosh, this is awful. We feel so bad, and so like, I don't know. We've been having as much fun with it as we can. One of the other matches we ended up playing like a Task, Twin Blades, Varian, Zul'jin comp, which was like, I don't know, it was like kind of decent.
Oh my god!
As long as you're having fun with it, that's the point, right?
I love it. I love it.
I think that's a great attitude to have, because we're all here to have fun. If you're playing a game and you're not having fun, you might be playing the wrong game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I mean, that was a fun first game. And the second game obviously like went so much better. Everyone was kind of on the same page. We actually had a tank doing stuff. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta ask, did were there any moshes? Because I don't remember seeing any moshes. Did Philip get interrupted?
So I think you must have missed the one at literally the very end of the game where he moshed on of their altar steps.
Venus, okay. We fail as casters.
The most important mosh of all. The last one. The last one.
Yeah, he called it out, and I just hadn't realized that he hadn't moshed at all. But I guess we didn't need it particularly, because like, our target focus has always been like kind of rough, and we're slowly dialing it in. And I would say that on a positive note, it was so good that all we needed was the power slide to like delete a target, and we never actually needed like a 4-man mosh to like actually get to kill someone and win a team fight.
Yeah, we definitely saw that for sure. Venus, when did you say we saw them blow up the Hanzo blow up on like right by the siege camp?
Oh yeah, a blow up on Muradin is so hard to do. So the lockdown that you guys had, the excellent silences from Stukov, the constant pew 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 from you on Raynor. It was a lot of fun to watch. Everything was very coordinated on those blow ups. You guys, I also really enjoyed when you guys set up your ganks in the vents, and you'd be like, oh, they're waiting. Are they going to get a target here? And they would, and you secured it, and it gave you the opportunity to go take some camps and continue that map pressure. So, really, great job. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to your Stukov players at DMN13. That with a huge, massive shove on Muradin to keep him from jumping on and trying to steal that boss from you guys. I think it was the first one.
Yeah, I think he had won that game too. That went like all the way back to the gates or something like that.
Did.
It was like half the map.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and it allowed you guys actually to pick up that top fort.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Absolutely. Apparently the blue bars that were being seen, it was Hanzo's Dragon Strike. So not actual. I thought my stream might be like breaking, and I'm like, well, we're getting a little bit of lag here, and someone's like, I'm seeing blue bars. I'm like, well, my computer might be dying. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh no.
But it's just me not calling out Dragon Strike. So
yeah, the Dragon Strike was a little bit of a surprise, but it seemed to work really well in the team fights, because it kind of felt like Baby Makers kind of owned the middle part of that game, and that you guys owned kind of the beginning and the end.
Yeah, I mean the Dragon's Arrow got or yeah, I guess Dragon Strike. Yeah, Dragon Strike. I mean, we just never see it, and I would get feared, and then I'd be like just running around in the middle of the Dragon Strike.
I saw
No,
Let me out! Let me out! I don't want to be
Right?
here. I want to go home. Yeah. So, congratulations on getting the second match game win, getting a split with Baby Makers. Can you tell us just a little bit about your team? Soak Every Lane, like how long you've been with NGS, and just like a little bit about how you guys all met and who you are.
yeah. So I guess I was looking for a team for NGS because I'd heard like like 5-person coordinated play is the best way to play. Like if you're doing just Hero League, you're doing it wrong. And so I tried to sign up for a team. Like I posted to look for a team like 2 days before signups closed, and teams obviously were not looking 2 days before signups closed. And so I just messaged a bunch of random people who are also looking for a team in like a general like plat diamond Hero League range, and we found like 5-6 people who wanted to play. And so we've been playing together since I don't know, like maybe early August. It's like getting better and better. But like just dealing with everyone's schedules and stuff. So like Kid, who was playing with us tonight, was like, I think he was like probably the first person I recruited, and we played like a scrim with him, and then like radio silence until tonight actually. And so
Okay.
we were just like, I just assumed he wasn't really on the team, and I like accidentally removed him the other day, but it's just
Yep.
like he's still on. Like I didn't mean to remove him, so I reinvited him because like we weren't even getting close to the 8 people roster.
Sure.
But yeah, he like logged on tonight, and I was just like, hey, you want to play? And he like got in the lobby and everything, and then like he whispered me like while we were like in that very first lobby, he was like, hey, is this a real match?
Oh my.
Are there,
Just like, yeah.
who are these
Yeah.
observers? What's going on here? What are all these blue bars?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's always such a mess. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Hey, it was fine. I
Mom's
mean,
birthday is important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Mom's birthday, the cake cutting. It was the whole thing was. I'm sure it made for a super entertaining cast.
Yeah, just ignore the space fillers that we were of Swing and I trying to talk about something that interesting during that time. You could just skip over that and just skip
Yeah.
straight
I
to the
think we
game.
even sang at one point.
We sang with chickens. It was a wild ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
very
I'm glad y'all
fun.
filled the time.
Yeah. Very fun. So what's next for you guys? When do you play again?
Well, that was our last match for this round, so hopefully I'm gonna get some matches scheduled for early next round. It was I mean, we played 3 nights in a row this week, which was like not ideal. I think everyone just kind of like after the first round, everyone had a really tough time scheduling in that first week because I looked at the map schedule or the match schedule, and it was like 4 the first week, and then like 28 the second week for just Division A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing a similar pattern across NGS. Actually, it's interesting.
Yeah. First week, everyone's putting it off until week 2, and then everyone's scrambling. And everyone's like, why can't we get casters? Well, we have 46 games being played today.
All at the same time. No.
Yeah.
But anyways, congratulations. Did you have any other questions, Swing?
No, not at all. I would
Okay.
love to hear Tornado. By the way, thank you for taking Lornado.
Yeah,
was
Lornado on
amazing.
Tornado. That's so good. That's true.
But I'd love to hear if you have any shout outs.
Just the team, and then all of the subs that have actually played for us this season. So like Incognito and Darling Pinky tonight. Just like it's really made our lives so much easier because we've actually gotten to play the games. And I don't know, I get really excited with those players, and hopefully we get to play with them again. And I don't know, it's thank you all for casting, and I'm just really excited to keep playing NGS. It's just as good as everyone has said it's going to be.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you so much for contributing and creating a team and playing in NGS. We love having you here.
Ooh, wait, can I do one more shout out?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, so my partner encouraged me to do NGS, and then I was playing HOTS like a couple hours a night, like on weeknights, and she was like not super excited.
You should play
But-
HOTS. All your
Yeah,
time is
right.
now going to HOTS. Wait a second.
Yeah, right. It was just like I encouraged something that maybe I didn't know exactly what it was, and here I am, like 1 a.m. in her parents' house as we're like traveling like playing HOTS at their dining room table. So it's just like, thank you so much. Like, you've been very supportive. You laughed at like my amusing stories from HOTS so far. I'm excited to share some more amusing stories from tonight.
Excellent.
Nice.
Well, behind every strong gamer is somebody who's also strong and allows it to happen sometimes. Well, props to your partner for supporting your gameplay and letting you be in NGS, because it makes it a better place.
It really does. Thank you both so much.
Thank
you.
Celebrate. Have a great night.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, y'all too.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, good stuff.
Oh my gosh, he was so nice. Like, what a fun personality. I like how they didn't let Murabot get him down. It sounded like they kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean,
they were a little disappointed they had to cut him from the team, but
yeah, who knows? Maybe in the future there will be another Murabot who will rise to the occasion. I don't think this is the last time we've seen Murabot.
I don't think so either. We'll keep an eye on that and keep you guys posted for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight, Swing. Do you have any shout outs?
Well, shout outs to my team. Shout outs to you, Venus, for letting me cast with you tonight. I had a wonderful time. And just shout out to Twitch chat. Thank you all so much for supporting us and watching this great matchup. And yeah, that's all I got.
That's great. That's fantastic. I agree. Love having you here. Always a pleasure to have you on or be co-casting with you. You can find Swing Time on Twitter at Swingtime Gaming, or you can find her on Twitch, twitch.tv/Swingtime. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
yeah,
where
you
can
guys.
people find you, Venus?
You should head over there and follow her for sure. People, you can find me on Twitter at MoistWeenus, or you can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MoistWeenus. Other than that, I think that's all I got. I think that's gonna. Oh my goodness! I got two. I got little baby, and big one. Oh.
I like the little baby because
It's kind of cute. It's like. Anyways, the Clucker, as Baja calls me. So that's the nickname Bahamut gave me. So
I love it.
I mean, it's not
Fitting.
wrong.
No, not at all.
Thank you everybody who's in chat tonight. Jason, Ballet Gamer, posting all of those emojis. Darling Pinky, Double Dom. There's so many. Ember's here. Centner, Odd Thought. Thank you so much for the host. Double Dam, thank you for the bits. Cat Peach, thank you for the raid. This has been a lot of fun. So thanks everybody, and we will see you next time. Same Moist place, same Moist channel. Have a good night. Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.